Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Tis almost precisely the middle of May. It is Jank Pack Thursday once again. 77 entries live upon the wheel after some recent mail from Budget Rips. We had Doom Trooper, the trading card game that came from Rip 'em All last week. And unless something pops up with gum, I may have to do the gum wheel because it's been a while. But we're going to shuffle, we're going to spin, and here's your history fact of the day. Today, May the 15th, the year is 1905. Las Vegas is founded as a city after 110 acres of land that was adjacent to the Union Pacific Railroad tracks was auctioned off. It was incorporated as a city in 1911, but didn't really, quote unquote, get put on the map until 1931 when the state of Nevada legalized gambling. And coming up this week, what do we have? Ooh, we've got some Power Rangers. There's going to be a little bit of logistical stuff as I figure out just what in the world I meant by Power Rangers new season. I do have a bunch of them, so we're going to dig into that. But because there is no gum in that, stay tuned because coming up, Tim's Wheel o' Gum. And we're back. Seven things still live in the Gum-Cophagus that came from Tim. So we're going to shuffle. We had 91 last time. Maybe we'll get 91 again, except it was more paper than gum, thank God. We're going to spin this one, and we'll see. We'll see what comes up. Either way, we've got Power Rangers coming up, which should be interesting because, but then again, the way I label these things and how long it's been in the box, I legitimately don't remember probably 60% of what's in the box at any given time. So what will we be munching on this week? It's going to be, we're going back more of the Soviet Red Army card gum, Alexander Andreevsky from 1991. This is going to be horrifying, but, what are you going to do? So stay tuned. We'll see you at the table in just a minute. And at the table we are, and we have got a massively stuffed box full of goodness, and we're looking for, I wrote it down, Power Rangers the New Season. Okay, see, this is Power Rangers Series 2, so that is not it. So we're going to take a little dig, and we're going to see what's going on, see if we can find it, and see if I actually made sense when I wrote New Season. Nothing there. Star Trek Battletech. Bill and Ted. Oh, wait. We have Power Rangers. Hey, look at that. It actually literally says Power Rangers, the new season. All right. Well, that makes life easier. Back into the box with the rest of ye. All right. So we've got one pack. What do we got here? 6 cards per pack. Character subset gold foil stamped card in each pack. Let's go. We're guaranteed a foil, hopefully. Characters, 8 cards, 1 in every pack, yada, yada, yada. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the new season. We've got the tag, which is kind of blocking whatever year this was. So, we're going to get into it, and then we're going to dig into the old box of gum, and yeah, it's going to be one of those things. So, stay tuned, settle in, and let's just have some fun looking back at whatever the new season of the Power Rangers was. And we have got one singular card. Let's go. All right, listen for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like waking up in the morning. Oh, God. Oh, God, these are... Wow. Are these warped and stuck together? Oh, my God. Maybe TTM fuel, depending on the season. We've got the new season. Okay, God, I can't remember. Zach, Jason, and Tommy work out on the equipment in the Angel Grove gym. That was the city. They know the importance of keeping their bodies in top condition. Power Rangers trivia. Who is always trying to discover the Power Rangers' identity? Answer on card 38. Oh, man, well, that doesn't help us at all, because we only have one pack. And what are the odds we get card number 38? There's the old gang. Oh, man. This was... I remember watching the crap out of it. Let's see, what year was this? 1995. Let's go. Copyright Nick Saban. God, I wish. Genius at work. Billy uses his talents as an inventive genius to work out a problem while Alpha 5 and the other Power Rangers admire his skills. Who is Bulk's friend that always gets into trouble with? I actually know that one. His name was Skull. I do remember that one because they were the comic foils and never really accomplished much of anything, as most of the comic foils in TV shows in the 90s did. There we go. From the actual Japanese show, I cannot recall what the name of the Japanese show, but that was where all the fighting stuff came from. It was just the American actors doing the live action stuff. But all of these scenes, fairly positive, were ripped off from a Japanese show and then just dubbed over voice-wise. Double Trouble, two of Lord Zed's Claybrain putties, wow, that was an odd space for a hyphen, attack the Red Ranger in the park. He must defeat them and rescue the other Power Rangers who are being held captive by Lord Zed. What is the name of the new Megazord? Could not tell you. But the answer to card number 70 was the Nimrod monster. We're just going to leave that one alone. There was a Nimrod in history. Can't remember where. Danish history, perhaps? Oh, we've got, what are these, one of the clay dudes? New and improved. After taking over from Rita Repulsa, Lord Zed creates a more powerful team of putty patrollers. He gives them a shield with his trademark Z on the front. Oh, I thought that was for me. I thought that was for Zach. Alas. Next, we've got Pink and Yellow Ranger against... I don't know what, but we're going to find out. Oh, Overgrown Iguana. The Pink Ranger and the Yellow Ranger square off against Saliguana, the fire-breathing monster Lord Zed has sent to destroy them. That's the one thing you always got to give, like Japanese and Asian shows. They do kaiju really well. And for those who don't know, kaiju, K-I-A-J-U, if Titus is watching this, he can correct me on pronunciation and true meaning, but I believe it's much in reference to Godzilla and King Kong in those. The kaiju is the big overgrown monster creatures, as far as I can tell. I do not remember who you are. Who are you? With the departure... Oh, God, look at the torn up. With the departure of Jason, Zach, and Trini, who had been selected to attend the World Peace Conference in Switzerland, Zordon has chosen Rocky, Adam, and Aisha to join Tommy, Billy, and Kimberly as Power Rangers. That's right. There were a bunch of different people that came in. Can't remember the reason why some of them left. Billy, Kimberly as Power Rangers. Jason, Zach, and Trini retrieved the Sword of Light from the deserted planet, which enabled them to transfer their special powers to the new Power Rangers. Well, how convenient is that? And here we go. We have got our gold foil stamped. Let's see who it is. Ooh. It's kind of cool looking. Don't know who it is. Yup. The Mega Thunder Zord. Now we're talking. Zordon has provided the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with even more powerful new Zords to defend Earth against the attacks of Lord Zed's gigantic monsters, aka Kaiju. When needed, these new Zords can merge together and transform into the ultimate fighting machine, the indestructible Mega Thunder Zord. That was the theme in the... Back in the day, you had, Transformers, you had Voltron, everything meshes together. What... And here's the thing. I love the look backs because, this was high quality entertainment in the realm of the mid 1990s. And if you look back on it now, don't. If you grew up with it, watching that show, and have fond memories of that show, don't watch it anymore because it will just kill everything. It's one of those multitude of shows and movies from the 80s and 90s that... man, just doesn't hold up, and that's unfortunate because back then when I would get home from school and watch that was the height of entertainment. Unfortunately, now it is not so much the height of entertainment. That was a fun pack, though, and I know a couple of them are no longer with us, but I think some of them are, and I do have to say, actually, as we rip into the gum. Is he right on top? No, he's not. Dynamo Moscow. C-Mac. No, it was one of the Red Soviet guys. Oh, here he is. Oh, good. Alexander Andreevsky. Fantabulous. From the Central Red Army. So back there it goes. At a show here in Rochester. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Well, it's... In a word, to quote many a famous man's last words, good enough. Oh, this was a thing that occurred. Well, let's just take a minute to examine this. To quote the great Ron White, shoo, buddy. Oh, that's going to be disastrously horrifying, but we're going to get to that in a little bit. Here, I'll just put it there so you guys can all see that. Yay. But I met the guy that played the original Red Power Ranger at a show here in Rochester that I worked at a couple years ago. God, what was his name? His stage name? Austin, I think Austin St. John, I think is what he goes by in his stage name. But the original Red Power Ranger, Tommy, he was, or not Tommy, Jason. He was in a bunch of these. I can't remember. Can't remember if that was his name or not. But I do have to say, tremendously nice guy. Especially to, like, the young fans. Like, it was really cool. And it is really cool to see, at the time, celebrities of, pretty decent note, actually trying to and succeeding in behaving like normal people. Although, I do have to say, was it that show or a different one? Bruce Boxleitner is hilarious. I've got stories coming about that. However, before we do the hunt pack and then flip around and watch me not enjoy myself, we're going to go community shout out. It is Christopher Works, sitting at a very, very low number, especially for what he does at 159 subs. Definitely needs at least 200 plus some, because we've got all kinds of stuff. Some pack Sunday, you don't know what or how many. You've got 3-pack Thursday, which is coming up, by the way, not too long after this. And all kinds of interesting things. He's opening trading card games, hockey, just all kinds of stuff. All the stuff that you guys love to see, you will find right there. Link to Chris down below. Plus, he's a big fan of Magic and trading card games in general. And we will focus that. There we go. So, big fan. 159 needs more. Link below. Where is our hunt pack? Ooh, let's go. Now, we've got gum. So the universe has to deliver. The universe has to deliver a Vinnie Jones. Because if the universe doesn't, the universe is rigged. So we're going hunting for Vinnie Jones and or mullets and or whatever we can find. And then we're going to flip that, we're going to eat that, because I know that's what you love. Barry, Roger Joseph for Wimbledon, strawberries and cream. Jerry McElhaney for Peterborough United. David Phillips, Norwich City. Is it Norwich or Norwich? I'm not actually sure. Eric Young, Crystal Palace. Trevor Peake, Coventry City. Mark Morris, Sheffield United. Paul Beasley, no idea what uniform that is. Sheffield United. Brian Dean, Sheffield United. Okay, so this is the Sheffield United pack. And Andy Ritchie for Oldham Athletics. So it was the Sheffield United pack. However, once again, absolutely no Vinnie Jones. We're going to find Vinnie Jones. I've got the one from Three Good Nerds sitting up there. I'm waiting for a cohort to join him, because then they will get sent out for autographs. Fine. Flip and lower. Let's see if I can lower and not pop the camera out of the thing. Hello! Hello, world. Oh, God. Here, hold on. This is not something that should be happening. It should not be sticking to my finger, but it is. So, to address the jelly bean incident, they're coming on a separate wheel, by the way, because I got to get rid of them. The one thing... Oh. That was bad. I moved back from the table, and I went to put my elbow on it. I was too far away. Almost completely missed. I would have headbutted the camera. Which I kind of want to, if I'm honest. It's like... It's dry. This one is extra All right. Time for a weird analogy. Imagine, if you will, you're going to clean out someone's shed. It's in a decent temperate environment. So you don't have to worry about that. Like, moderate temperate environment. Little humidity, little precipitation, just nice. Kind of like the San Diego area. Like constant 80 degrees. What's the weather like in San Diego? What's the weather like today, Lou? It's fine. Back to you. Ouch. But if you go into somebody's shed, and at some point, they stored equipment in there. But in the corner, you see an empty cardboard box. It is empty. But it's an empty cardboard box that is weather-beaten and aged. And it's just sitting there. It's been closed. Something sitting on top of it. Nothing in it, like I said. You open up that box and you get that waft of 30-year-old dank, dry cardboard. That's what was in my mouth. I might actually eat one of those freaking beans to clear the palate. Oh, it's just so dry, and I would rather it be completely flavorless. Like, I would rather it be like what I imagine the equivalent would be of eating one of those silica gel packs that you get in beef jerky or IKEA furniture. It just took all the moisture out of my mouth, but it left a horrifying flavor. I think that's the part I hate the worst. Flip. But the beans will be coming back at some point. Got to get rid of them. Not going to throw them away. I'll eat them. I think the worst part is, my brain, when I got those, my brain said they're going to be gross. So my brain and my body and my mind and everything, my soul, was gearing up for horrifying flavors. I was not ready for spice. That's why it hit me a little extra hard, because it was the one thing that I was not expecting. But that is going to do it for this week's Jank Pack Thursday. Thank you, everybody over in the chat. Link to Chris down below. Make sure to sub him up if you're not already there. Check out some videos, because it's always a good time seeing what he opens, what he decides to open, and how many he decides to open, especially on Some Pack Sunday. Always a good time. And thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Oh, also, make sure to check down below for all kinds of various cool shows to watch for the remainder of the weekend. It's always a good time. So, man, why do I do these things to myself? For the memes, right, kids? To quote the kids, we do it for the memes. So that's going to do it for Jank Pack Thursday. Thank you all so much for joining me. Let me know what you thought down below. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We will see you next time.